Hi, Paul Higgins here. What we're going to look at in this tutorial is creating a chart or charts from SasPlanet. So what I'm going to show you is the SasPlanet setup, the Satu chart setup, then we're going to create a cap chart, and then we're going to create a single zoom level MB tiles, and then we're going to create a multi-zoom level tile. The difference is a single zoom is going to take what is on SasPlanet at that zoom level and create the chart. A multi-zoom level, you will select the zoom levels that you want. And then we're going to view them on OpenCPN. So first off, I'm going to start up my Satu chart. So let's go to my desktop here. Here's my desktop. And here's the icon for Satu chart, which was put here by the installation program of Satu chart. All you have to do is click on it and select open, or just double click it. And it starts up Satu chart. Now, when it starts up, it may have this here one panel open, the left-hand panel, and it may have the right-hand panel open too. If you want to open and close the right-hand panel, just press this button on the right here. We don't need it, the right-hand panel for this tutorial. So what we're going to do here is follow the instructions that are on here. On SasPlanet, you want to create a chart. So we'll go to SasPlanet. Here's SasPlanet. It's positioned on a place in Cuba called Marina Hemingway. And right now the map is the Google satellite map, and we have a layer, the Google hybrid map, and that's just about all you have to set on there. So now we'll go back to a Satu chart. So we've set the create chart. On SasPlanet, we displayed the area. Now we're going to put in the chart location name field. We're going to put the name of the chart. So here's where I was talking about here. Is this is the directory that we're going to put the charts in, and you can select that by this here little button on the right hand side of it, and you select the directory, and then after you put a backslash and you put the name of the chart. So in this case it's going to be called Marina Hemingway. Okay, so we've done the name. We set the depth units to unknown because this is a satellite chart. There are no depths. So we select the depth units to unknown, and then we press create chart. So it says there. So what it's doing now is sending a bunch of commands to SasPlanet, taking a screenshot of what's on SasPlanet, and it's going to create a cap chart. When it's putting up those windows, don't enter anything. Just wait till it finishes. So it finished. Tells you we finished. We created the chart, and we put it in this directory. And we could look at it. We could look at it simply by pressing this View Chart button. And what that will do is it'll invoke this here editor, which is on the second panel here. And it'll bring up the image of the that we just created, and show us what it looks like. That's one way of looking at it. I'll just close that now. The other way is we could look at it in OpenCPN, which we'll do in a minute. So the second thing I said we're going to do is we created a cap chart. Now we're going to create a single zoom level MB tiles. We just go back here to Satu chart and open the options here. And this is the options for we're going to invoke SasPlanet download. I'm going to turn off, we're not going to have more than one split. In other words, we're only going to do one download. And we're not going to make a multi-map support. And this is the select multi-zoom, where you can select whether it's a single chart or a multiple multiple zoom chart. So we'll turn that off, and we're going to bypass confirming the chart selection, and we'll go back to the main panel, and we'll now click MB Tiles, and we'll give it a name again, Marina Hemingway. And now depth units are still unknown, and we press create chart. So now it's going to go to SasPlanet, and it's going to create a chart, an MB Tiles chart, and it's going to be at the zoom level that SasPlanet happens to be at right now, which is zoom level 16. There, finished. Now it created the MB Tiles chart. We could look at it again on issuing the view button, but we'll just wait and we'll look at it in the OpenCPN. The next thing I said we're going to do is create a multi-zoom level MB Tiles. So we'll go back to SAT chart, and now we open the options here and we select where we want a multi-zooms for a single MB Tiles chart. Close the panel here, set everything up again, and make sure you give it a different name because we're going to create an MB Tiles. So I'll call it MH Marina Hemingway Multi-Zoom. Okay. Now these depth units are still unknown. So we create a chart. So now what it's going to do, it's going to bring up a window to ask you to select which zoom levels you want. So there it is. So it says enter the zoom levels for this here chart. So I'm going to select zoom levels 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Okay, we're going to bypass checking the chart size. That's just another window to pop up. It's not necessary. And we click OK. Now what it'll do, we'll go through some more things here. First off, it'll resize the SasPlanet window and put it beside the SAT chart window on the right here. And now it's selecting the zoom levels for downloading, 13 to 18, and it invokes a download for those particular zoom levels. And it's also doing a download for the layer. It's almost finished. So what it'll do now is the phase will be export. Oh, the other download window is finishing here. I should have showed you that there was two downloads going on. Okay, you'll notice now that it's doing an export, setting up the zoom levels, and it finished. So it created the chart again, all there in this here directory. So now I think it's probably a good time to take a look at that directory. So we'll just go to that there, File Explorer. I got one here from before, so I'm just going to delete it. And so I got the three charts, the multi-zoom one, the single zoom MB Tiles, and the cap chart. So let's now go and take a look at them on OpenCPN. So OpenCPN is up and running here, and it's positioned about the same area. Right now you can only see the CM93 chart at the bottom here. So what I'm going to do is click the options, and I'm going to click charts, and notice we have our directory in here. If not, we would have it. Then we're simply going to do a scan for charts, and it scanned them all, and it found 2 MB tiles charts. One of them is the multi-zoom one, one of them is the single zoom one, and it's the cap chart. So let's look at the multi-zoom one first. You can see it here, and it has a lot of details because it went right down to zoom level 18. I can zoom in on that quite well. You hide that and go to the other one. Here is the other one. It's at only one zoom level. It's at zoom level 16. So no matter how much I zoom in, we're only going to see what's at zoom level 16. And if I hide that, and we see the cap chart. Okay. So I think I showed you everything. SasPlanet setup, the sat chart setup. We created a cap chart. We created a single zoom level MB tiles. We created a multi-zoom MB tiles, and we viewed them on OpenCBN. Thank you for watching.